sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Welcome back, my enlightened ones. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Kat Berwin. It's great to have you all here with me. So I'm a little bunny right now. So how is everybody tonight? I hope everybody's doing great. Thanks for stopping over and checking out my channel if you're new here, and if you're my regulars, thank you for returning. I love you all. I have my Julie's in here, my Modest, and my other mod, and Adam is in here. I believe Carrie is showing up tonight, so hello Carrie. I can't see you, but hello. Sara Synister is in here, my lovely daughter. Shane, of course, is in here. We have Adam, we have Vincent, we have Ash. Welcome, Ash. So what a great night we're going to have tonight, guys. Yeah, Carrie is in Florida, so she's bringing us back a bunch of dolls. So, how is everybody tonight? I hope everybody's doing great. So we did miss Ostara by a couple of days, but that's okay because the Ostara dinner feast is actually celebrated the first full moon, okay, which is coming up, I believe, April 6th. And of course, April 9th is Easter, and this has to do with Easter as well. It's not just Ostara and vernal equinox, which means equivalent to night and day. So it's not just about that. So it is about bringing the color back. Hey, there's my color. I got my colored shirt on. I got my pastels on. I got my light up ears hanging on me here. So how is everybody tonight? Oh, Jasmine, my other Modest just stepped in. Welcome, Jasmine. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're feeling better, my sweet. Hope you've been listening to that frequency. So I'm so happy to have you guys here tonight. It's going to be a fun-filled class, and I do have my Lightworker Oracle cards. I have linked them below. So just so you know, I do have my Easter basket set up here with my lovely hydrangeas that Julie has given to me, my lovely friend. So I'll be going over some of the stuff in the basket here as well. And as we know, we do have our little flying things that come in and say hello to us every now and then. I did just put out some rose water for them, so they love rose water. So anyway, so we will be doing the light working Oracle cards later because they're more upbeat, more happy, and that's what we're about. This is hey, you know, spring's back and the snow's going away and the colors coming back and the buds are coming out on the trees, and what a great thing to celebrate. So why not? So first and foremost, we are going to discuss the difference between a rabbit and a hare. Yes, the rabbit and the hare. Okay. So the difference is rabbits are smaller in body size, while hares are comparatively large in body size. Rabbits have shorter ears while having comparatively longer ears. Rabbits have low running speed, okay, while the hare is very fast and quick and to get away from predators. The rabbit young ones are born without hair. This I thought was interesting. Young rabbits are born without hair and are helpless at birth, while hares, young ones, are born with a lot of fur and opened eyes and can live on their own 1 hour after birth. That's pretty crazy. So young ones of a rabbit are called kits or bunnies, while young ones of a hare are called leverets. Leverets. There's a word. Rabbits live in burrows, while hares live above the ground. Yes. Similarities, let's see here. They belong to the same family. They both have long ears and hind limbs. They are both herbivores. They eat grass and herbs. They both change color during the wintertime. Both give birth to young ones. I'm not going to give birth to an old one. I don't want to do that. So anyway, so in conclusion, rabbits and hares have been confused by many as they share similar characteristics. They both have long ears and hind limbs and both run fast. They feed on some food stuff and give birth to young ones. That's the rabbit in the hair. Okay, so I'm going to jump back over to comments. Yay, twinsies! I'm tired, Adam. Oh, Sarah's tired. Yes, she's been moving stuff and taking stuff to the dump today. So I hope everybody's doing well. Court of Madness, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. And as I said, Adam and Ash and Vincent. And we're going to do some cards later. And Sarah and Julie and Carrie and Mike. I'll kick his butt later. And anyway, so if you're new here to my channel, if you can like and subscribe so I can get my content out there, greatly, greatly appreciated. I'm trying to get my craziness out there to the world. So I have a lot of stuff to share. So let's get over to the banners, shall we? Let's go to the banners. So here is Ostara. Ostara. Are these rabbits? Are these bunnies? Are these hares? We're going to touch on a little bit of both tonight. So as we discussed, okay, the Wheel of the Year, all right, in Wicca or paganism, starts off with Samhain, which is in the upper left-hand corner over here, right there. Okay, so that is All Hallows Eve. All right, that's the witch's New Year's. Then we celebrated Yule, which was the winter solstice. And then in Bulk, we discovered, whoops, something just flew over here. And then we discussed in Bulk and Candlemas and Bridget, of course. And then we have Ostara. Here we are at the spring equinox. This is the vernal equinox, where the light in the daytime are equivalent to one another, and this is what we are celebrating. Ostara. Okay, and that is a hare. That is not a bunny rabbit. Okay, so the spring equinox on other names, Ostara, Istra. Istra? There's a goddess Istra? Really? Istra? Easter? Istra. I wonder if that is kind of combined there. I bet it is. So the word stands at a threshold. The world stands at a threshold in the perfect balance between winter's dark and summer's light, and then tips over the threshold into the light. The fertility in the land awakens and blooms as growing season begins. This is a time of balance. We give ourselves over to the exuberant energy of spring while remaining open to which grounds us and gives us strength. Strength. So don't forget, like to share and video. Thank you, Adam. You're such a sweetheart. Got my peeps backing me up. So Ostara. Easter gets its name from the goddess Ostara. And yes, this is another pagan holidays that Catholicism has kind of dipped its toe into. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Also known as Istra. Okay. Ostara is the fertility goddess. Her annual arrival is in spring, her heralded by the flowering of trees and plants and the arrival of babies, both animal and human. Easter eggs and the Easter bunny both featured largely in the spring festivals of the goddess Ostara. The hare, famous for its skill as rapid reproductor, he's a horny little fellow. Okay. Was sacred animal and brightly colored eggs, chicks, bunnies were all used as festival time to honor this goddess of fertility and abundance. Some sources suggest that Ostara originated from Istra, a pagan deity worshipped by the Anglo-Saxons and also one in the Celtic goddesses. While Ostara, too many E's and O's, doesn't seem to be a Norse goddess, a few scholars claim that she is another form of Freyr. Now, you don't know this about me, but I do have Nordic heritage in me. So, Viking. All right, skull. All right. Under that consideration, Ostara could be a veneer deity. A veneer deity, veneer, whenever you hear that, think of fertility. All right, when you hear of veneer goddesses and gods, they all have to do with reproduction and fertility. We're going to be discussing Pan here. Here's another one. Okay, another druid deity, Pan, and he is of the oh my God, I'm lacking words again. He is of Greek origin, so that's kind of interesting there. Group of gods associated with fertility, wisdom, the ability to see into the future. That's what veneer means. Yet the true origins of this mysterious figure are not clear. Therefore, nothing certain can be derived from what is known. Never secret. All right, so we're going to jump down to Saint Bede. Saint Bede, where are you? I put you in here somewhere. Hang on. So this is Freya here. She's beautiful. Oh, she's so pretty. And another goddess that's also associated is going to be Frigg. Frigg, as the wife of Odin. Yes, the Nordic god Odin. Frigg is one of the foremost goddesses of Norse mythology. She is the patron of marriage and motherhood and goddess of love and fertility. In the aspect, she shows many similarities to Freya, of whom she possibly is a different form. She has a reputation of knowing every person's destiny, but never unveils it. As the mother of Balder, she tried to prevent his death by extracting oaths from every object in nature, but forgot the mistletoe. And by a fig made from mistletoe, Balder died. Her hall is in Asgard and Vestlerner. Now, you're going to learn about these places. Next week's class is going to be about Yggdrasil, okay, which is the tree of life. This is the Nordic tree of life. It has 9 realms that come together at the base of the tree and also within the tree itself. And this is one of the realms that we will be going over, as well as hell and a few other places that's going to be on the tree of life. So that's going to be exciting. So let me find Bede. Here's Saint Bede. Here it is. Christ is the morning star, who, when the night of the world is past, gives to his saints the promise of the light of life and opens everlasting day. This is Saint Bede the Venerable, okay? The Venerable means wise and with respect. So he is actually in on this a little bit here as well. Okay, so Saint Bede, in his work of the Reckoning of Time, he wrote a book called The Reckoning of Time, describes the worship of Ostara during this month. Ostara was revered as the goddess of Anglo-Saxons and German people. Let's see here. Let me go over here. Hey, look at this one. Wishing you a blessed Ostara. The word Easter is derived from the word Istra, which is the name of the ancient pagan goddess who, sorry, got my dog next to me, who is known to be the patron goddess of fertility, rebirth, as well as spring. Okay, let's jump over to here. Ostara, goddess of spring, rise up in the feminine wisdom, reclaim your ancient knowledge, move with the rhythms of the moon. Traditionally, Ostara's feast was held on the full moon following the vernal equinox, bringing the energy of light, hope, fertility, growth, and new beginnings back to us. And as I said, the full moon is falling on April 6th, so that would be when you would celebrate her feast. So Ostara is the goddess of spring. She's derived from the mating that brings forth the first light of the day of springtime. Now, listen to this story. I thought this is a really cool story, and you're going to see where the Easter Bunny comes into play, and the Easter eggs are going to come into play here, guys, from this story. Ostara is responsible for resurrecting the world after winter's frozen grip has been withdrawn. She blows the warm winds of springtime over the lands, fields, and trees, become green again, and flowers blossom. However, one year, Ostara was late. Here we go. Already feeling a little bit guilty for arriving late, the goddess Ostara was appalled when the first thing she encountered was a little bird who lay dying on the forest floor with his wings frozen to the ground. Filled with compassion, Ostara took him as a pet, or as some versions of the tale have it, her lover. That sounds a little foul. Feeling sorry that the poor wingless bird could no longer take flight, she turned him into a snow hare. Yes, she turned him into a hare. Okay, and gave him the ability to run rapidly so he could evade all his hunters and predators. Honoring his earlier life as a bird, she also gave him the ability to lay colored eggs. Yes, colored eggs. Okay, all the colors of the rainbow. Eventually, the decision backfired when the goddess became enraged with his numerous affairs. So the hare, rabbit, bird thing was cheating on her. Infidelities. In a fit of anger, she threw him into the skies, where he unfortunately landed under the feet of the constellation Orion. Yes, and now remains there to this day and is known to us as the constellation of Lepus, the hare. So that's how we get our constellation. That's how we get our eggs. That's how we get our bunny rabbit. So that's kind of interesting. Softening her attitude a bit, Ostara allowed the hare to return to Earth once a year. I wonder when that is. To give away his colored eggs to the children attending the Ostara festivals that were held each spring. The tradition of Easter and the bunny thus has begun. So that's where that comes from. I'm going to jump over to comments and see what everybody's saying. Oh, beautiful frig. Is that where the term frigate comes from? Frig. Little fowl. What do you see here? Okay, sorry. All right. Bunnies and Christianity. Okay. So more Easter bunny beliefs. Here we go. It should be noted that the myth is involving either rabbits or hares. The two similar but different species seem to be somewhat interchangeable, maybe colored by the prevalence of either species in certain religion. In the USA today, for example, most people would say the Easter bunny is a rabbit. However, the tradition of Easter bunny was brought here by German and Dutch immigrants in the 18th century. This festival, Osterhaus, that's what it's called, translate to Easter hare. And it was indeed a hare laying the eggs, not a rabbit. The hare was sacred in many ancient traditions and was associated with the moon goddess and the various deities of the hunt. In ancient times, eating the hare was prohibited, except on Beltane, which is May 1st. The Celts in the festival of Ostara and the Anglo-Saxons, when a ritual hare hunt would take place on Beltane. May 1st, we are going to be doing the maypole. We will be doing a class on that. So that is the only time you are able to eat a hare. A hare. I eat hare all the time. I think it's Sarah's damn hair. Her hair's everywhere. In many cultures, hares or rabbits and eggs were considered to be valuable remedies for fertility problems. Listen to this. What's that in your pocket? All right, so in some cultures, the genitals of the hare, yes, were carried to prevent barrenness, to prevent infertility. So you carry the balls of the hare in your pocket or in your purse, maybe hanging from your mirror in the car. I don't know. Sorry. I can't help myself. You know me by now. Bunnies in Christianity. Here we go. Medieval Christians believed the hare brought misfortune. Yes. Saying witches changed them into hares to suck the cows dry at night. I didn't know hares drank milk. It was claimed that the witch could only be killed by silver crucifix or a bullet when she appeared as the hare. Hope they don't shoot me. Given their wild leaping and boxing displays during mating season, not to mention their ability to push out dozens of bunnies each spring, it is understandable that they came to represent lust, unbridled sexuality. Yes. Those horny little bunnies. All right, so resurrection and the rabbit. Now, this is interesting. This has to do with Jesus Christ, and I thought this was very, very interesting. And there's also a touching tale about the young rabbit who patiently waited in the garden in Gethsemane for 3 days and nights for his friend Jesus to return. Worried about what had become of him, at dawn on Easter morning, Jesus returned to the garden and was welcomed by his loyal little friends. That night, when the disciples arrived of Jesus at the garden to pray, unaware that Jesus has been reincarnated, resurrected, then they discovered a clump of beautiful larkspur. Now I'm going to show you the larkspur, and when you look at it, notice there's a bunny head in the middle there. Second one down, notice that's a bunny head there. Each blossom reflecting the face of the rabbit in its center as a remembrance to the little creature's hope and faith for Jesus's return. So I thought that was interesting. The legacy of Easter traditions serve to remind us of the cycle of rebirth and the need for renewal in our lives. And in the history of Easter, Christian and pagan traditions are delicately interwoven with grace and beauty. And puppies! Okay, you're right down here, buddy. You guys getting a little feisty. So, I couldn't find ears for my dog. Okay, so Ostara symbols. Let's go up here. I have some for you. Okay. Spring equinox around March 19th to March 21st. It was actually March 20th this year. Ostara is the first day of spring. We celebrate the balance of light and darkness, represented by the equal amount of day and nighttime. Traditions and activities: gardening, decorating eggs, make magic candles, gather wild flowers for the altar, dry herbs and make tea, cleansing the home, altar, meditate outside. Crystals and stones are amethyst, aquamarine, clear quartz, green moss agate, jasper, and rose quartz. The colors are pastels, which I have on my shirt, gold, light green, yellow, and light blue. The spring equinox, the foods would be basket, bunnies, cauldron. I don't think you can eat a cauldron, but the cauldron, in case you didn't know this, represents the womb of life. That's what the cauldron represents. It represents the feminine goddess. So, of course, that cauldron would be in there. Evergreens, eggs, four-leaf clovers, which I have, spring flowers, nuts, seeds, and sweet breads. Herbs and flowers are clove, honeysuckle, lemon balm, mint, lilac, crocus, and lavender, which are your first spring flowers that usually do appear to us. So that totally makes sense to me. Aquamarine. I'm going to show this one because two of my children are aquamarine. They're March babies. Promotes serenity and relaxation, a powerful crystal to use while meditating, releases anxiety and depression, filters through mental information, sharpening your perception and intuition while aiding with clear communication, helps you tap in to and speak your truth with confidence. The mantra, oh, boldly speak my truth with confidence. Oh, boldly speak my truth with confidence. So, here we go. Stones of Ostara again: amazonites, amethyst, jasper, aquamarine, agate, mostly moss agate, rose quartz, and the moonstone as well. So let's bring up the hair here. Ostara symbolizing the meaning of Easter symbolizes the hair, fertility, rebirth, renewal, and the moon. And we don't realize how much the moon phases have a pull on pregnancies. In fact, it's not been proven, but they do believe that most babies are actually born around a full moon because of that pulling and the, yeah, so that's quite interesting. Puppy, I demand a Furby. So, well, welcome, guys. Thank you for being here with me tonight. I really, really do appreciate this. And these are pretty. I like these. The colors of eggs, when you paint them, I thought this was interesting. Grass green stands for fertility, eco magic, rituals to honor the earth goddess, Mother Gaia, and woodland god, which would be Pan, good fortune, personal beauty. The robin's egg blue color is purification and chastity. The yellow is wealth, health, intellect, communication, and astral travel. Lavender would be for love and romance and healing. Pink is romantic love, household peace. Blood red, new life rituals, goddess rituals, vigor, vitality, lust, passion, strength, courage. Yes, all those things. I thought these were pretty. Natural. I like to decorate my eggs natural. You're going to see what I did to my eggs, and in my basket, I'm going to share the contents that's actually in there with you. Another thing you can do with your eggs this year when you're actually decorating is Ostara night, write your intentions on an egg: fertility, prosperity, health, love, happiness, then bury it and plant a seed or flower above the egg and watch it grow. Remember, intent is everything. I'm going to show you how to put intent into seeds tonight, and then you plant them and watch them grow, and you can actually put the eggs too underneath them. And remember, there's a consciousness to everything. When you put that intent into that seed and that plant starts to grow, I've experimented. I've given love to one plant and didn't give it love and just gave it water and what it needed. And one plant would grow like 3 times the size of the other plant by just giving it love and giving it, the little extra that it needed besides sunlight and water to nourish it. So I thought that was quite interesting. So Ostara symbols, spring was often represented with the symbols that were associated with the arrival of spring and the birth of new life. It is closely associated with the modern Easter and its traditions. So she can also be represented with the symbols that are more associated with Easter, as your Easter eggs, the Easter bunny, and so forth. So in general speaking, spring and everything related to spring perfectly symbolizes Easter. Days are growing longer, temperatures are rising, vegetation is sprouting, life is finally awakened from the long winter slumber. Other Ostara symbols are flowers, eggs, and birds. The animals, the rabbit is definitely the main animal of Ostara, as this animal played a significant role in Ostara's myths. Rabbits symbolize fertility and life, so it makes no wonder that they had a place in Ostara's lore. And it's funny because it takes me to a dream that I actually had. And I remember I was behind this shed and I had a baby in a hole. A human baby in a hole, and I had a rabbit in the other hole, and they were laying side by side, and I was waiting for the baby to live and the rabbit to die, or I was waiting for the rabbit to live or the baby to die. I don't know what the significance was quite of it, other than I know it's a birth, death, and rebirth type of thing. And then I had a bunch of Indians come over the hill and they were on my side, thank God, telling me, thanking me and stuff. But anyway, but that was just crazy, that dream. It just kind of came back to me. I forgot about that. I remember sharing it with Shane and Sara. But it was funny. I was waiting for the rabbit to live or die, or the baby to live or die. So anyway, so that was quite interesting, I thought. So spring equinox blessings. From its winter sleep, the earth is awoken, the cycle of nature true and unbroken. The promise of spring, of life a new start, to fill you with faith in mind, body, and heart. The perfect wheel of nature keeps spinning, with proof that an ending is just the beginning. Rejoice in the season, may it fill you with peace, and may the blessings of nature for you never cease. I like that one. Okay. Plants, flowers that bloom in the spring are perfect symbolisms for Ostara. This includes daffodils, hyacinths, azaleas, tulips, lilacs, of course, the crocuses, and many others. Plants. Flowers that bloom in the spring, perfume, sorry, my bad. Flower scents are definitely the best choice when representing Ostara. This is because they are reminiscence of spring and the awakening of life. Green scents that are characterized by their freshness are also good symbolisms of the goddess as well. So your citruses would be fine too as well, lime, lemons, that type of thing. Gems and metals, as I said, aquamarine is a gemstone of the month, and there are others, amethyst as well as regular quartz. The same month when spring begins. This is beautiful light blue color. This is the perfect gemstone that represents rejuvenation and freshness of the spring as such, and the great symbol of Ostara. I have mine right here. As you can see, this is aquamarine, very beautiful. See if I can get it to focus. There it is. So this is aquamarine here. I got that in my basket. Oh, look, Julie, your flowers. They're following me. Okay, so colors. Blues and greens are the best colors for symbolization of Ostara, and they symbolize life, rejuvenation, rebirth, vegetation, and freshness. Other goddesses, and the German goddess heralds the beginning of spring. She is the maiden, a goddess full of potential, representing the opportunity of growth, rebirth after the stagnation of wintertime. In Germany, her warm nature is still marked by bonfires. They celebrate everything with a fire. Okay, lit at dawn on the spring equinox. So you would light it at that morning as soon as the sun made its appearance. You would light that fire. The goddess was also known as Estra, and although much of her story has been lost, her name lives on as its root in the English words for both Easter and estrogen. Thought that was interesting. The female, yes, estrogen. So, yeah, so I thought that was interesting. So, estrogen. Origins. Let's see. Very little is known about the origins of this Germanic goddess. She has many similarities to the Nordic fertility goddess, as I said, Frigg and Freya. Here is Frigg, and here is Freya. Beautiful. Okay, so Ostara prayer. As we turn the wheel towards spring, great spirit and wise goddess, bless my growth. Thank you for the abundance of beauty mirrored in nature during the sacred seasons. Inspire, encourage me to bring color, passion, energy, and life to my work. Help me to embody my gifts in the world in a way that pleases and honors you. And when I am discouraged, remind me to stop and smell the beautiful flowers for the highest good of all mankind. Oh, so it is. Happy spring. Woo-hoo. Festivals, dates of festivals mark this goddess range from spring equinox to the first full moon of the equinox. And as I said, the first full moon, which is coming up, I keep forgetting it's the 6th, April 6th. Yes, so April 6th. So traditionally, people would dress up in new clothes, light bonfires at dawn, and decorate eggs as offerings to the spring goddess. I'm going to pull over my basket here. I'm almost done here, and then I'll go over some of the few things in the basket. The maiden archetype represents purity and the innocence of childhood, where the soul's dreams, magic, and make-believe still prevail. Now, remember, it's going through like the moon phases right now. It also is an aspect of the triple goddess. Who's that? Hecate! Hecate! Together with the mother and the crone, they represent the cycles of the moon and the different stages of a woman's life. Shadow Maiden, this is a new one for you guys. The Shadow Maiden, okay, is a very self-centered all. Her dreams and energies is expanded on achieving her own personal needs and goals. These qualities reflect the nature of the spring goddess who stands on the cusp of womanhood. Her self-absorption meant she was late and nearly caused the death of a young bird. But undeterred and resourceful goddess transforms the bird into a hare. It says rabbit here. That's wrong. So how to work with Ostara, how to work with Istra. The maiden is one of the archetypes in your life still in touch with childhood intuition and fantasies. Your intent, your thought processes, be that child, as I always tell you guys to be. It's so important. Look at me, I'm 54 and I act like I'm 2. All right, so she reminds us to be that childlike being. Shadow Maiden asks you to look at whether your dreams and aspirations are selfish or to take no account, take into account in the needs of others. So that is my dissertation on Ostra and Ostara and the spring equinox, and yeah. So fire is pretty high, Penny. So I'm going to pull over my basket as soon as I do one more thing. So Ostara, spring equinox between March 19th to the 24th. Activities: plant a garden, paint eggs, clean your home, add flowers to your home, add flowers to candle magic, altar decor, eggs, flowers, baskets, ribbon, pastels. What is that? Goki? What is that? Gold? I don't know what the hell that is. Green, yellow, pink. Oh, I think that's gold. Gold, yeah. Gold, green, yellow, pink. Goki? Is that Loki's brother? Goki? Okay, I see the D now. Okay. Gold, green, yellow, pink, blue. Candles, incense is cedar. Geranium, grateful. Jasmine, my mod. Lemon, patchouli. Chamomile, vetiver, I think. I don't know. Sandalwood, tangerine, lavender, food and offerings, eggs, honey, sprouted greens, baked goods, wild mushrooms, lemon cake, spellwork, plant seeds with intentions, honor, Ostara, meditate, focus on new beginnings, rebirth, and cleanse your tools. And this is so important to cleanse those tools, because when you don't cleanse your tools, you're allowing stuff to come in and take and play with your things, and you don't want to do that. Why not? If you're taking the time and you're going to do a spell or do a ritual, why not take the time and bless everything and make sure that everything goes okay? Why waste your time if you're not going to take that little extra? It's so important to bless your things. Be the blessing fairy. So I do have my fairy house back here. They're kind of being quiet tonight. And I'm going to pull my basket up right now. What do you say? You guys up for the basket? And then we'll do the cards afterwards. Does that sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan, right? Okay. So I have my lovely baskets here. These hydrangeas came from Julie, who is here with us in chat. I have feathers in here because feathers represent the return of the birds coming back to us. I'm going to sit my baskets down so I can show you other things in it. The cauldron, again, that is the womb of the goddess here. That's what that represents. And I do have some crystals in here as well as some other crystals that got in anything that's a pretty bauble. And so that's kind of cool. Let's see here. What else I got in here? Got the sun. There we go. I got the sun, so I wanted to put that in here. So it's kind of cool there. I like owls. I had to put my owl in here. Here's my owl. Ooh. Okay. And of course, I have a couple crystals in here. This statue actually represents Ostara, believe it or not. It actually has like vines and stuff on her. So this is the womb of life here. So that represents Ostara. So let me set this here for a second. Put my glasses back on so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Hi, woman. All right. So I do have many seed packets in here. Your flowers that you want to. It's a great time to actually start doing little seedlings going out there. So I have my seeds in here. Okay. So planting with intent. So you would basically take a seed in your hand, okay? Of course, I would move my finger here because I like to have skin-to-skin contact. Something just went over here. No. So just say I want healthy, I want world peace, I want health, and why not put that into that and make an exceptionally plant grow? Why not? And have that in your garden. And then you eat the abundance from the plant and you're putting that health and you're putting that peace feeling inside of you. So there's a consciousness to everything. Same with pumpkin seeds, planting, doing stuff with intention. It's so important. I cook with intention. Every time I cook and make food, I bless everything that I'm so, because it helps out Sara. She works up in a haunted museum and it helps keeps her vibration higher if I just take that little extra step on blessing things for people. Okay, so we're going to start with the eggs. So this egg actually represents earth. This egg actually represents brokenness. I'm glad they're hard boiled. All right, so I don't know if I can actually, but all week I've kept these fine, and now it's like, I killed it. Let me turn this down just a hair. Just a hair. That's funny. Just a hair. Okay, so this actually represents Earth here, and broken Earth. At least it doesn't stink. Okay. This one represents healing. Kind of stinks that you can't really see them. There we go. Oops, I'm trying to kill the light here. There we go. So this one represents healing. I always write it on there like 3 times, just because there's power in the number 3. So this represents healing. This egg over here represents water because I did 4 for the 4 elements. This one actually represents the return of the sun. There is a sun on there. It's kind of hard to see. The best thing to do and the easiest way to do the eggs that I like doing is I take a little birthday candle and you go around the egg before you even dye it and just mark when it's best to do it when they're still kind of warm because it's easier for the wax to melt on it. And I just draw whatever symbol I want, and then I just take food coloring, of course, and I dye them, and then I just go around. This one has to do with passion, because in fire. So this is the element of fire, of course, because it has the sun on it. I got 2 more. I broke one. Dumbass. Okay. So this one represents air. This egg represents air. So there's that one. And the final one is representation of love. So this is my love egg here. Love. So I'm going to put all my eggs back in my basket, hopefully without breaking them. So Anyway, so these are just great ideas just to do for Easter and to put them out. I'm just gonna set this back over here, move my pillow so you can see behind a little bit better. There we go. So, all right, I'm gonna jump over the comments and then we'll start doing some cards. What do you guys say? I can't believe I broke that egg. Shane, I got an egg for you to eat. Okay, so as I said, I have linked the cards down below. I'm going to turn my light back on here. And I'm sitting in the dark. Okay, so these are the cards that we're actually using tonight, which are light working cards. And I'm going to drop the camera down after I bump my table. Okay. And I think over here, where's my pen? We don't need that. We need my lighter in the way. Okay. So, dirty birdies. Oh, that would be cool. What a great idea, Adam. Yeah, that would be amazing to actually yeah, paint some eggs. I would love to see that, guys. I really would. Paint, especially you with your kids there, Jasmine. You got lots of eggs you could be painting. Julie says, that's a miracle I'm awake. Well, let's start with you, Julie. Okay, let's put your intent into the cards here, dear. Put a thought, put a wish, put whatever, and let's see what the card has to say there, Julie. Let's start with you, my fine friend. Seeing you gave me the hydrangeas. She also gave me lavender too, but I used the lavender on something else. So yeah. I always use all my stuff that my friends give to me. Nothing ever goes wasted. So thank you, Julie. I love you. All right, Julie, let's go. I'm gonna start shuffling the cards now. Whoops, jeez. Okay, I guess we're doing these two. We have initiation by air, which is this one. And then we have initiation to connect. So I've never used these cards before, so just give me a moment and I shall tell you. Initiation by air, which is this one over here, okay? You have a strong and powerful mind. The mind can be a great asset. It can bring comfort, peace, and strength as you for you to take your spiritual journey. It can also be a dark and destructive force, undermining your power, making you doubt your own heart, and keeping you trapped in fear. Oh, this is a good card for you, Julie. Julie. Keeping you trapped in fear. The mind developed without a loving spiritual practice can be frightening weapon rather than a sword. How will you choose to use your mind power? So this is telling you to watch your thoughts, Julie, okay? So concentrate more on your thoughts. Like I always tell you guys, keep your thoughts pure. Keep them in that state of purity. When you hear something negative come in, and we do, because we actually hear stuff in our heads, and just say, you know what, this is my thought. And I don't care, even if it is your thought, just say, God, I release it to you. This is not of my vibration. I don't wish to operate in this frequency. I release to you. So that is that one. And the initiation to connect is the next one. Julie? Okay, so love exists throughout our universe. Many loving beings that do not belong in the human race exist in worlds beyond the earthly realm. Among these are those who are aware of the spiritual plight of humanity and are willing to be able to help us move forward, unlike those who close their minds because they fear the unknown. You have an open mind and an open heart, and you are open to receive. Beings from other worlds recognize you as a receptive channel. And that's funny too, because Julie, what did I tell you about that? That I was told that you were like a Pleiadian. And that's funny because this card's kind of validating that right now. So that's kind of funny. The ET wants to phone you. So that's kind of funny. So that's Julie's cards. Okay, let's go up the line here. Who's next in line? Jasmine. Let's do Jazz. Jasmine, put your thoughts into the card, my love. So I got to cheat and I got to use the book because like I said, I'm not familiar with these cards, and you're most welcome, Julie, and I wanted to try something different. I don't like doing all the same things. In fact, I'm thinking about doing some rune casting next week. with the tree, the Yggdrasil, because Odin, believe it or not, in the tarot deck, you know, the hangman in the tarot deck, that is actually Odin hanging from the tree of life. He actually stabbed himself to gain, and also removed an eye to gain knowledge. And the funny thing is while he was hanging in Yggdrasil, he actually saw runes start to appear in the water below him at the roots of the tree. So that was quite interesting. So I'm thinking about doing some rune casting next week if you guys are interested in that. All right, Jasmine, let's give it a go, yo. I'm doing 2 cards a piece, Jasmine. I rewatched the video and I realized I only did one. Tree of who? Yggdrasil, the tree of life. Yggdrasil. It's the Nordic tree. It's Odin's tree, actually. It also represents Odin's horse, believe it or not. The pink rose of Lady Nada is the first card you got there, Jasmine. Okay, and let's see here. Boy, these cards are so big, they actually hurt my fingers to try to hold them. They're all gonna fall. Okay, one more card for Jasmine. Oh, there it is. I just flipped right over. 4th day of harmony. So let's go see what these are. Let's go look up the 4th day of harmony first, which is number 6. Oh, what is this? I put something in my book to remind me of something. Okay, that's it. Okay. I remember. Okay, so the 4th day of harmony, which is this card over here, Jasmine, okay? The 4th day of harmony comes to you now with the qualities of beauty, harmony, and balance. It empowers you to complete a spiritual initiation. Oh, this is your shamanism there. This has to do with your shamanism there, Jasmine. Any conflict you experience now serves your divine purpose. It will eventually become the fuel you need to be born anew. Something negative will be transformed into something positive. The Archangel Gabriel helps you to receive the blessings of the 4th ray of the harmony now. So you have Archangel Gabriel. So if you're working on something negative in your life, he's the perfect person to call in, Archangel Gabriel. He's of the West, the cardinal point of the West. He's one of my prime angels I call in every time I set up my sacred circle. Then we have the Rose of Nadia. So the Rose of Nadia is saying you are in the midst of heart healing, a healing of fears and anxieties that have held you back from enjoying your full magnificence. Lady Nadia is here with all the gentle power, washing you in soft pink light. All anger, fear, sadness, bitterness, disappointment, and hurt are soothed in love into peace. She brings you a sign of your future blossoming into a deeper love. So that's a cool card there. So, okay, work with Gabriel. He's helping you to go through your shamanism. And when you go through your shamanism, it brings up a lot of fears. You have to learn to deal with the darkness in you. And I know you're doing a lot of shadow work on yourself right now, Jasmine. And that's what this card is pertaining to. And Lady Nada is actually coming in, and she's helping you to heal any trauma or heal any past from you that's will be healed with love. I had a dream last night about something I need to heal. Okay, I could definitely talk further with you after class with that, Jasmine, if you want to, but I do feel that it is more shadow work for you that needs to be going on in your life. So let's move on to Adam. Let's do Adam. What's your thoughts? Listen to the cards, please. See my owl. Okay, so we'll definitely talk some more, Jasmine. Okay, love? But you're on the right track and you're doing all the great things. Adam. I'm shuffling. Oh, look at that. That was quick. The Master Hilarion of Archangel Raphael. I wonder what that one's about. Okay. So you got Raphael. Raphael's a healer, and I know also too, Adam, you have a shamanism thing that you're going through too. That's why I kind of posted that thing the other day. I was hoping that you would actually hit on that and to see what your witchy thing is. So, and it's funny because now I just said shamanism, and the next card that flipped up is earth healing. I don't know if you can actually see that, earth healing. So, and that's what a shaman does, is they heal the earth. So that's quite interesting. So it's almost like validating that for you. So let's go to the master first here. And the master has to say, Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. Part of your divine purpose is to develop the power of your mind and to use for healing purposes. If you change your mind, you can change the world. Guidance and healing, inspiration can come to you daily, helping improve your own life and the lives of others. Healing and opening the mind of new realities and possibilities are gifts of the Ascended Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. So I knew that was healing because I know I work with Raphael. That is my other angel. It's like all my cardinal angels are coming out here. And then you have the Earth angel, basically Earth healing card. Basically, I think it's going to tell you that you're an Earth angel. That's a redhead. I'm just kidding. I had to throw that in there. Had to get back. Sara. Okay. Earth healing. You are making a real contribution to the planes through your spiritual journey. Remember this. It's wow. It's so hard. I can't see these too good. I'm holding it. Okay. Here we go. All right. Remember this and believe that your needs will be generously met by the earth and the universe. What you are doing matters, and you will be supported thoroughly by the universe and so forth. So those two cards had to do with healing, Adam, and I really feel, and I know the number one thing that they do in shamanism, which is called striking. Remember, striking. You actually get an illness, and one of the initiations of becoming a shaman is to cure yourself of that illness. Okay, that's your gut, that's your stomach, that's your emotion. You feel everything in your stomach, Adam, and I'm going to help you when you come in May. We're gonna take care of this issue that you got going on here. We can do it together. Vincent, my friend, it's your turn. Put a thought into the card, my friend. They want me to use my abilities to help others. You know what, Adam? It all comes back to you, and it really does, because the more I help people, the more the spiritual world does for me. It's really quite amazing. Do you see that? It's a symbiosis thing. Again, there's that beautiful word I like to use. Symbiosis and intent. Those are my two words. Symbiosis, it like healing Mother Gaia, and then Mother will heal you. I healed the Saco River a couple summers ago, and I was in. The funny thing is, and I have to tell you this story because it's really quite insane. I was sitting at the Saco River after I healed it, and because a lot of people have died there, there's a curse, there's a Native American curse on that river, and I wanted to free everything and get rid of it. And I went back after I did it about a week later with my youngest daughter and her dog. She was letting her dog swim in the river, and she was swimming with the dog, and I was just sitting on the shore minding my own business. This humongous presence came down and sat next to me, and I went, who are you? And I heard it say, I am Mother River. Thank you. You have healed me. Now is my turn to heal you. Go swim in my wake, is what she told me. She wanted me to go swim in her water because I have really bad back issues. And when you're in the water floating, it feels good on your back. So, anyway, so that was quite interesting. So, I just wanted to share that. Okay, Vincent, it's your turn, my friend. Here we go. Vincent. Boy, these cards. I need longer fingers or shorter cards. Usually I wait for one to flip over. Come on, Vincent. Connect to my cards. They don't flip. I will. Oh, there we go. Okay, one just flipped. You got spiritual service. Okay, is your first card. I really think, and I'll tell you in a second, Vincent. I'm going to tell you what I feel about that card. Because I'm reading from the book, but I also connect with the cards, and I can feel the energy of the cards, and I can tell you what that card is telling me. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. We're not doing all these. Okay, so we're going to do the top card because that's the first one that fell out. Power of Divine Masculine. Okay, so let's start out with this one because I know what this one is. I'm just curious what that one is. All right, so an empowering energy seeks expression from within. It wishes to be free from confusion, paralysis, and stagnancy. Here we go again there, Vincent. I'm sorry. It seeks to stir you into consciously choosing action. Stop. You got to get off your hands, my friend. This is what this card's telling you. Stop sitting on your hands and do something about the problem that's going on right now, and help to heal yourself. So, greater discipline and focus. It's time to end the frustration and repeat of old patterns. You are ready to break through into a new way of life. Feel inspired, be energized, and focus on your dreams and desires. Take steps to manifest them on the physical plane. Believe your success is inevitable. So that's quite interesting because I know that you have a stalemate. You're at a crossroads in your life, Vincent, where I told you to call on Hecate to help her to kind of give you a little guidance and clarity. And you're still kind of setting on that. I'm not going to go into details on it. I know what it's about, but it has to do with family members, and that's all I'm going to say. So this is a decision that you need, that you're unhappy with in your life, and only you have the key to your cage to set yourself free, and that's what that card's yelling at you. So the spiritual service, which is number 21, okay. Initiation by fire is a life-changing spiritual cleansing. Your life will never be the same again. Allow the power of the divine fire to clear and purify your inside and out. This is not a time to hold on to anything, no matter how much you once believed you needed it. In letting it go, you will gain so much more than you ever imagined, opening the fresh blessings of a new life. You are like the phoenix, ready to emerge from the holy flames in the ashes. So, again, this one is the stalemate you got going on in your life, and this is telling you to break free from it and rise as the phoenix would, if that makes sense to you, Vincent. And again, I'm sorry, I don't want to get too personal and too nosy. Okay. So, let's see here. Is Court of Madness still here? Court of Madness. Can you just say yes down below in the comments so I know you're still here, or I can move on to somebody else and do their reading? Both of them are looking up. Okay. So, you know what? Okay, there she is for the day trip I'm taking on Saturday. Okay, so let's focus into the cards here. Court of Madness. Okay. And I'm going to start shuffling. I'm here. So if you notice over here in the corner, it's a fairy actually riding on some birds, because this is the time of year too. You're most welcome, Adam and Vincent. This is the time of year when the Fae and the Tuatha and Adon start to get really active, because they're bringing all the energy back up into the trees and into the buds and into the blooming leaves and the flowers and so forth. So anyway, here we go. You got earth healing too. Earth healing too going on there. So it's telling you to work with the earth's energies to heal yourself. And like I said, it's a wonderful symbiosis. So I'm not going to get into the definition and reread that because I've already reread that one. So that one's telling you to reconnect with the earth's energies, be that childlike mind, heal yourself, heal the earth. And it's lovely, like I said, it's a lovely symbiosis. It goes back and forth between the two. The more you put out into the world, love, blessings, and so forth and so on, it really does come back at you. It really exceptionally does. Every day, my life is, I have such inner peace in me, and I just feel so content. Ooh, Soul Child. You got Soul Child. Sound like Soul Train? Okay, so that's number 14. So I'm shooting over to 14 here. Okay, so Soul Child. Rebirth is upon you, beautiful child of the universe. You have prepared for a new life and is starting right now. The divine moment of rebirth, which occurs after a period of struggle, of intense inner work and physical transformation, has arrived. Enjoy getting to know this new self. It is a new day, a new beginning, a new you, like an adventurer enjoying the discovery of a brand new world. Take your time to explore and increase your light, power, and love. So that's really cool. Carrie, I know we can't see you in chat, love, but Carrie, we're going to do you, sweetheart. So concentrate on the card, honey. Just think of a question or just think of anything, and the cards will speak to you, dear. So Carrie is in Florida getting us some dolls. There's a couple haunted ones in there, and she's going to bring them back for us. I told her how to drive safely and what to do, so that's exciting. So March is the whole. Remember, March in the Roman calendar, it was the new year. Okay, so March is all about new beginnings. This is the best time to work on yourself and to do shadow self and so forth and so on. Carrie, unplug from the mass consciousness. Unplugging from the mass consciousness. So we got to see what that card is. And I kind of know what that is because I know that you're a medium and you have gifts and stuff, but you have a tendency to always stay on the spiritual side. I do it too. This is why I always yell at you guys, ground and center. Grounding yourself pulls your soul back into your body and keeps you more connected, and it gives you more clarity throughout your day. So when you're not doing spiritual stuff, definitely try to pull yourself back into your body. I can send you some great 10-minute grounding and centering meditations. So this is telling you to unplug from the consciousness a little bit. It's not telling you to shut it down. It's just telling you to pull back a little bit because it can affect our health. And especially if psychic protection is not in place and where it needs to be. I still want to do a lot more working with you as far as dealing with fears is the hardest. I think that and believing in yourself, those are the two hardest things that I had problem with. And I'm over the fear. I don't fear demons anymore. I don't fear these things, because I know what's working behind me, and it's not just my power that I believe in. I believe in all the things, the saints and all the ascended masters and angels and everything that I work with. And I have full faith in them that they're going to protect my back because they want me doing what I'm doing. I help. We all help. We all bring the light in here to this world. And it's so important. So you got the Ascension, the Rainbow Bridge card. Now, this makes sense to me. And what I'm getting off this card, and I haven't even read it in the book yet, the Rainbow Bridge is you're helping spirits to cross over from the astral realm, okay? From the ether, you're helping them to cross over, as we all are. That's what our group does. We cross spirits over, so that totally makes sense to me. I want to go over to the unplugging one first, and see what that one's about, because I believe it's telling you to find the balance is basically what it's telling you to do. Okay, so this card over here is there's a belief system based on fear, doubt, and distrust that is known as the mass consciousness. It says it is a safer way to stay with the crowd, not to question what you have been taught. It says you cannot trust the divine to take care of your financial well-being or your emotional needs. It says you should be afraid and not take risk. It says that if you dare to stand up and live your truth, you will be lost and alone, humiliated, rejected, or even destroyed. You are being guided to unplug from this system of beliefs. Anything you hear is negative, that's telling you anything negative, don't listen to it. I just laugh at it. You are capable of more creative, loving, and soul satisfying way of living. To assess this, let go of the way that is still too small for your soul. So anything that, if I can't have you guys, if I can't have you guys come to my class and leave here feeling a little bit better than what you did when you first came into this class, I suck and I'm not doing my job, okay? I want you guys to feel enlightened. I want you guys to feel kind of like you're on top of the world and that whatever you do, you sparkle and shine rainbows. That's what I want you to know, okay? Because you do. Okay, back to the cards. Okay, so again, this is telling you to unplug from the negative things that you may be hearing in your head too, but grounding and centering, I'm also getting off of that card too. Keeping that balance. It's so important when you do spiritual work to keep the balance in that. Okay, so the Rainbow Bridge, the Ascension here. Oh, my card, where you going? Hang on. Technical difficulties. Okay. So the Rainbow Bridge, you have been growing spiritually and your consciousness is expanding and is transforming your experience of the material world from something you must control or conquer into the living expressions of the radiant divine. As your appreciation and love for the material world becomes more unconditional, so too does the light that can flow into your aura, chakras, and physical body. As you physically expand, you may need more rest, healing, and meditations than usual to integrate the increasing degree of light and consciousness that is awakening you and going into your soul. Lots of water, too. People forget. You got to drink water, man. You really do. Let's do Shane. Shane, Shanunu. Shanunu. I know you're paying attention, so I'm just going to start. I got to fix my camera because it's just doing things it's not supposed to be doing. Behave yourself. Alright, so. Move this out of the way. That doesn't need to be there. Good God. Showing you all my bad habits. Okay. And I'm not monetized. Okay, Shane. Shanoozle. Yes, and always eat cookies and chocolate. Chocolate's a big thing. Here we go, Shane. Shanoozles. I wonder if I can. Hang on 1 second. I think I did. Can I? I did it. Okay. Shane. All right, you got initiation by fire again. Initiation by fire. And it's funny too, because I just did a fire invocation this morning when I was sitting outside. I was invoking the fire. I do it every year. When Helios, the sun, makes his return in the spring equinox, I actually just sit quietly and I light a flame and I actually hold it over underneath my hands, not to burn my hands, but to feel the flame of it just enough. Oh, okay. Okay, we got these two cards again. Ascension, the Rainbow Bridge. Okay. So, initiation by fire. I'm going to go and read that one again because that's quite interesting. The initiation by fire. Life-changing spiritual cleansing. Your life will never be the same again. Allow the power of divine fire to clear and purify you from the inside out. And it's funny because Shane, when you were gone this week, you were doing a lot of meditations and a lot of self-work on yourself. And this is kind of validating that to you. This is not a time to hold on to anything, no matter how much you once believed you needed it. In letting go, you will gain so much more than you've ever imagined. Opening a fresh blessings for a new life. You are like the phoenix, ready to emerge from the holy flames, reborn from the ashes. So, and I'm not going to read the Ascension one because we already did that one. So, who is next? Sarah's? Sara? My sinister child. My sinister child. Okay, and I think, is there anybody else? Please, if there's anybody else. Oh, Penny's in here. Hi, Penny. I'm sorry I missed you, girlfriend. All right, so if anybody else that I've missed, please just say hi at the bottom or just say, don't forget me. Okay, so Sara, this is you, dear, and then we'll do Penny. Penny, I'm so sorry. Welcome, my lovey. You know me, I get involved in doing what I'm doing, and it all goes away. Sara, trust in the plan. Okay, this has to do with business sense, is what I'm getting off of this card. This has to do finances, is what I'm feeling off of this card. Trust in the plan. Okay, let's do one. Whoa, that was quickie. Seventh ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. There's your booby on that card. Okay, so we got two new cards that we don't know, and it's funny, it's number 44. The number 44 haunts me. So, 444. Okay, so we're going to do this card first, which is trust in the plan. Trust in the plan, Sara. In preparation for radical growth, there can be temporary disorder and chaos. Whilst the mind may worry about something and going wrong, the spirit knows that this is a way for the old to disassemble so the new can be formed. Although you may feel out of control during such times, you do not need to resist the process. There is no need to attempt to impose your own sense of order upon the greater plan. You do not need to seek solutions, for there is no problem here in needing a solving. What has been is being cleared away in preparation for the next chapter in your life. Keep the faith, have faith, all is well. That's a great card for you, Sara, and that's so fitting to you. And I know that's what your question was. I'm not stupid. So let's move on to Servant of the Ritual, Order, and Ceremony. Let's see what that one's about. I'm excited about that one. They're telling you to do more rituals with me, but I know that's not your cup of tea anymore, so to you. All right, so the number 44 is when the gift of the seventh ray enters your life. Now, the seventh ray is actually Saint Germain brings in the seventh ray. I have to do a class on the rays so you guys know what I'm talking about. Something new is being formed, something that will benefit your world. There may be an increased interest in magic, ceremony, and ritual for healing purposes. Resonating with high frequency violet light of Archangel Zadkiel and the seventh ray, I was right, and the seventh ray, which I know is also Saint Germain, also helps transmute energy from the lower and higher frequency, is a spiritual cleansing agent that allows the truth of spiritual freedom, empowerment, and choice to be seen and felt, restoring hope and joy back into your heart. So that's quite both these cards are very poignant towards you, Sara. They actually fit what we've talked about, you and I together, about worries and stuff. So that's kind of very poignant. So Penny. Put your thoughts into the cards and I shall predict. We should paint some eggs and share them. I think that's an excellent idea, Adam. I really want you guys to do that. I would love to just message me, put them in chat. You know how you guys go in chat all the time. So, okay. So, Penny. Penny for your thoughts? I bet you never heard that one before. You know I'm as corny as they come. Don't you people know me by now? Sadly, Penny, Julie know me real life. Adam and Vincent know me real life. Harry knows me real life, poor things. All right, Penny, let's see what the cards have to say. It's going to be my last one. If I've missed anybody, now's the time to yell at me, because this is my last one I'm doing, and then I'm going to let you guys go for the night, okay? Oh, you got two cards here. The message in numbers 11, which is 1111, and spiritual service, which is 21. So these are interesting because we've been through a lot of stuff together, Penny, you and I. And I think this is going to pertain to that. So let's go to number 11 first. Okay. So this one here, okay, pay attention to 11, 11, 11, okay? The universe is speaking to you through numbers from 11, 11 on your phone to repeating numbers patterns that catch your eye and for information and being transmitted to the created universal intelligence into your cellular awareness, your phone. Pay attention to your cell phone. You may feel energetic healing as you receive the transmutations of the number of frequencies. So you know what I would do, Penny, honestly, is I can actually give you a frequency that is this frequency, and I would actually just listen to it just for like an hour or so, whether you're doing dishes or laundry or something along that line. That will put you into that number frequency of this card. So that's kind of interesting. It's a very healing frequency. The spiritual service. So number 21 is the next card. This one over here, self-doubt can be a habit that is hard to break. It can slow down your spiritual progress and fulfillment of your life's purpose. Ultimately, it won't stop you, but it can make your progress seem more challenging. It's easier to fulfill your purpose when you acknowledge your own goodness and talents and do what you love to do best and with your abilities. Realize that you are enough, that your work is good, and that you have something of value to offer. It is time to let go of fear and failure, concern about your ability and your right to live a happy and fulfilled life of success. The universe believes in you. So basically, this card is telling you to believe in the universe, is what that card's telling you. So, there, the horny bunny's back. So that's quite interesting. So anyway, I really want to thank you guys for being here tonight, and I wish you all a very blessing, happy Easter, happy Ostara, which has already gone past. But remember, the Ostara feast is on the 6th of April, that full moon, which is coming up. So definitely, you still haven't missed it. There's still time to enjoy it. Bring color into your life. Plant seeds with intent. Start doing things with more intention. I have linked the cards down below, so if you're interested in purchasing a deck, they're not bad. They're not overly priced. So next week is Yggdrasil, which is the tree of life, the Nordic. So you're going to learn about a little Norse magic here, and we're going to be going down to hell. And it's funny too, because I remember Hecate, every time she comes and takes me down to Hades, we always go through a tree. We always go through a tree. She takes me to a tree. We go down into the roots of the tree, and it keeps winding and winding and going down. And now I'm wondering, is it Yggdrasil? That's interesting. So, anyway, I thank you all for being here tonight, and I absolutely love you guys. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Easter, and we'll see you next week. The Tree of Life, and maybe we'll do a little rune casting. That sounds like fun. Much love and light, guys. And one last thing. Keep shining your light. Remember, love y'all. Shine, shine, shine. See you later. Happy Easter.